Hello there, I'm on Soldier 17 here, looking for like usual. I did not own this picture, not pay video. Alright, okay. So here's the thing. Um, this. Oh yeah, I did not own the pictures and the thumbnail. Also got that. And I just own the thumbnail. Anyways, so here's the thing about this. The Darkness, if you do not know it, there's comics of it, and there's even 2 games. So the games I know the mostly about. I really don't know much about the comics. But from what I can tell, there's like a lot of abilities that has happened, and will Deku get all of them? Yes and no. He'll know about them. He'll be able to somewhat do them, but not really. Also about the Alistair, what if? I'm keeping some stuff in secret. Sue is, is her own character. I had a picture of what Alistair, not Alistair, I mean, of, Angel Dust was gonna look like as a female, but, whatever. Yeah. I may as well just be like, this is her or something, but no. How can I say this to Angel Dust is his own, isn't her own person in this. And I know someone left a comment about what I watched the pilot, so I know how Angel Dust is. It's just for funny convenience and, well, torture for him to be turned to a girl before he left hell, and then boom, he's a girl, and and living, and, well, he is technically a she now, and actually is a physical girl in the what if, and so yeah. So, anyways, I will talk more about that in the next part, because you're gonna find out why. Anyways, so this power that Zuko's getting is basically gonna be very, very powerful, but it's gonna cause him problems. The darkness has to be passed down through generation, through the first user the user having a kid, the user dies, but that's not gonna happen in this one, because the power, well, you'll see what happens. Even though the darkness is a physical entity, now it's everything changes for it. It possesses. I'm just gonna say it, because we all know who I'm gonna go with. Hasashi Midoriya, or not really Hasashi, fake name. Not even Midoriya, it's Inka Midoriya. Inko's never married. She's basically Izuku is like one of those nightstands that turn bad. Well, really, that Inko didn't know what to do, but had the kid and then decide later. Yeah, so he decides to raise Izuku and never regrets it. But anyways, so yeah, you're gonna find out who the father's real name is, and all that stuff. And let's just get on to this. So, the Darkness host was killed many, many years ago, which was like 50 years. And it was by the Angelus. The Angelus is a being of pure good, but, well, it has faced against the darkness, died multiple times, and, well, the host did. The Angelus does not die, the host dies, and then Angelus lives, so does the darkness. So yeah, the darkness still lives. The Angelus, possessing a person, killed off the host. So, that darkness looks for a new host to possess. Oh, wait, I forgot to explain by, the host family was was named Jack, was basically the user that from the games was called Jackie Estacado. His family kept on having the darkness. So basically, yeah, that was not the family member. The family died. Actually, yeah, that was the family member, the last Estacado that died. So And for about many years, the darkness looked for a new host, someone that can contain its power. So he decides to possess the world's greatest villain. Or should I say, the world's number one villain is, well, in Japan, which you can find the most being the pure evil. And, well, next thing you know, the darkness possessed him, used his body, found someone that would have been suitable, and, well, 9 months later, Deku's born. So, yeah. Anyways, this is with. I forgot to say it. This is what Deku had the darkness, part 1. I forgot to say that, but anyways, yeah. So, we're going to when Deku's 4 years old. Hit. For some reason, the doctor's having a hard time getting his quirk, like reading. He has a quirk, but it's hard to tell what it is. He says, ma'am, your son's quirk seems to be, well, not awakened. He goes, what do you mean? He was like, I mean, he doesn't have the extra joint in his toe. He doesn't at all. He actually has, no extra joint. He has a quirk, but it's like it needs to be awakened, and we don't know how to awaken it. I mean, usually quirks happens like this sometimes, and you just gotta wait or find the trigger. As he goes, sir, can you tell me about about what the quirk is? And he goes, no problem, kid. He goes, your quirk is darkness. Basically, it's, how can I say it? Anything to do with darkness, it will give you the power, to use. It may also give you a aura of people being afraid of you, danger, and make you think you're going to become a villain and treat you like crap. That, I mean, there's only been one ever case like this before, but most likely you're not the same person, or the father's the same person, because he died years ago, and he became a villain because of people. And basically Inko goes, how do you know? And he goes, well, that person was secondly my great grandfather, and he did have a girlfriend who loved him, but people kept on dreaming like a villain. He wanted to become a hero, and well, yeah. So look, I don't blame the people, I don't blame the people that he, try to fight him. I blame the people that made him into what he is. So, kid, if anything happens, remember, you're not a villain. Just because you have a villainous quirk does not make you one. It's how you use it that's the true worth of a hero. He goes, all right, sir, thank you. He's like, no problem. Here's a lollipop. So he gives Izuku a lollipop. This is not the same doctor, as you know. I would not make it, because even if the doctor tried to take it from canon, he would basically die instantly. So, Deku told him about it, and people believe him. I mean, like, he told him about the dark, ominous aura that, gives around him, like he's a villain or a threat, but he's really not. So the people in the school don't like him, but they don't hate him. I mean, they can't help it. He does say, it's okay if you guys don't talk to me at all. And they're like, but Izuku, like, why? He goes, because of this aura. I'll basically seem like a villain to all of you, so you'll all just leave me in the end. It's fine. And they don't. They talk to him, but they also don't have that much contact with him, and they hate that because these are like friends he had. Bako, on the other hand, as soon as he heard about the whole entire, it gives an ominous aura like a villain. He goes, villain. He's a villain. So yeah. So this is a couple months after he found out and told everyone about his quirk. It's dormant. It's not awakened yet. So yeah. So Bakugo is bullying the kid. Izuku jumps right in front of him. He protects the kid. The kid gets out of there and runs. And well, Bakugo and his friends bully him. And I mean a lot. And well, what happens is Deku is more being than in canon, but he's still conscious. But let me just tell you guys first, real quick, the way how he's gonna unlock the power of the darkness, simple Force Awakening. that has happened in the games, and if I remember correctly, you have to be 21 or you know your 21st birthday to basically get the power. So if you're wondering how, if I'm doing the Force Awakening, it will protect its host without killing it. If the host dies early, he has to find a new one. But in this case, it's something else because right now the darkness is going. No, no, no! Why can I not awaken? I mean, I'm these. What do you call it? Quarks? I became a freaking quark and I didn't even realize it. This is some sick joke, God. I can't even protect my freaking host. I can't even help him. I don't want to die and find a new one. Come on, think. As then, basically, Bakugo has the idea of, well, giving Izuku a permanent scar on his chest, or should I say stomach area. And, yeah, which the two bullies don't really think that's cool at all, just leave him alone. I mean, these are two people who don't hate Deku, but they follow Bakugo because of the explosions, because they are legit afraid of him. So, yeah. So, when they're picking up Deku, the darkness goes, no, 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 no. Wait, if I'm a quark, that means I should have more power now, or something. This really is a funny joke, God, as he says, and God just says, this is not a joke. You are needed for something. He's like, what? What do you mean I'm needed? You'll find out soon. Whatever. I just have to save this kid's life now. Freak. So, if you're wondering, where are the Billies of the Darkness now since he's a quirk? Well, since it's an entity, it is like Tokiyami's, Dark Shadow. Also, he basically has a high regeneration. He can heal any wound. Basically, even his own heart. Izuku's heart will basically come back to him. He can basically get a dark armor. It's like a dragon-looking armor or such. He also maybe some black holes when he's older. Use basically the two mouths that you see in the picture. Well, not two mouths, the two heads to basically use stuff to hold and grab and everything. But then it's also they can be used to, well, wrap around people, throw them, such. But, well, Izu can also summon out minions to his side. He could also, well, if I remember correctly, the darkness couldn't summon out people, but steal people's souls and maybe do, but, not bring back the dead, but, the darkness eats souls, and, if you've seen the game, there's executions where it just eats someone's heart to get back some health. Alright, I'm actually gonna look this up real quick, so hold on. Okay, yes, he can. He can summon zombies or reanimate humans. So yes, he can. He does have soul absorption. Zuko will technically have a slight immortality, but it's like the whole entire thing, like where he passes it on. So yeah, I was right, and plus he will get some. He really has a lot of buffs. He can, well, read people's minds, and well, see, well, be a telepath. Well, how can I say it? He can read people's emotions and minds, basically. So yes. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue on. So, as Bakugo does make a, since it was a really hot and sweaty, it was a hot day, they've been sweating from being up Deku. His nitroglycerin sweat is up to the point where he is at not canon, but he is at like first year Bakugo hero versus villains explosion now, in which a hero's coming nearby, walking around the corner. He sees this happening, and they say, "Bakugo, come on, don't do anything to him." As he's like, "What's wrong?" I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna miss a villain and shoots an explosion. And well, what happens is horrible. Heart gets onto a nearby bush. Bakugo just suddenly looks down at his hand. He didn't think it was gonna be that big of an explosion. but I mean, the villain's dead and all, but still, he didn't want to kill him. Well, not this way, but I mean, he didn't want to kill him in general. He just wanted to scare him, as the hero was recording what Bakugo was doing. I mean, like they saw him beating him up. He was recording. He was gonna go over there and stop, but then all of a sudden the explosion. He basically saw what happened. He runs over. He says, "Kids, why can't what have you done?" Basically, as all that. And this is a younger version of someone. They're both Inko's 24. He's 24. I'm making it that way. Don't judge me. But yes. Anyways, so what happens is Bakugo and his friends try to run. This person captures them with the scarf that they manipulate to around them. And yeah. So Deku is in his mindscape. He's just thinking, am I gonna die? Am I really gonna die? I don't want to. As then suddenly he hears saying, "We will not die. We will live. We will live now because of that idiot." As then all of a sudden Deku, basically can see the darkness staring back at him. And then his body, he starts to get up though, and his body starts to heal as they can see what's happening. As all of a sudden a armor comes onto him, but it looks like a dragon, head and armor such, which does not have any wings, if you're wondering. Maybe, not yet. So yeah. So anyways, as that comes on, demon-like heads come out of him and tendrils are also around. He's just looking at Bakugo, and he just comes over and at superhuman speeds. He grabs Bakugo by the neck, lifts him up, and tells him, "We will not be killed by the likes of you. We will end you." This is him and the darkness talking exactly the same time, so yes. So yeah, so basically Bakugo's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. As he can see Bakugo did not want to kill him, the darkness ability, he can see it, and he just wanted to scare him, and well, yeah. So he drops him. Aizawa told him to calm down though, but he's like, the armor comes up and the tendril's still out and his eyes are glowing. He's like, calm down, calm the freak down. My guts and my heart are over there. The only reason why I'm still alive is because of my quirk. And this person's like, oh no, yeah, he has a point. Okay, I messed up on this one. And he goes, no, you didn't mess up. I mean, I was dead for 5 minutes, so, right? He was, So it's not like, I have a right to be mad, but I shouldn't threaten someone's life. I should be thanking him at least. My quirk unlocked because of you, so thanks. Is it? What is your quirk called anyway? You said darkness. He goes, that's it. The darkness. My quirk is called that. As the heads retract, even the tendrils retract into his body, Aizawa stopped recording and such, and well, Bakugo, gets to, basically, the kids go to their parents. The two kids do get not a slap on the wrist, but a community service, even though when they're 4, because this is, very, very bad for a kid to do, so they have to be strict with these kids for, showing them that even if you, think you're powerful, you're not gonna be powerful. You have laws, and you need to follow them. Bakugo, since he technically did kill him for 5 minutes, he did kill Zuko because 5 minutes you were dead. It counts, so he goes to a little bit of jail time. Well, not jail. By jail, I mean, juvie. So, that version of juvie. But basically, this man came over to Inko, and Inko asked, who are you, sir? Basically, he goes, I'm Shoto Aizawa. I am I'm this number hero, and my name is Eraserhead. My agency was just around the corner that I'm currently at. So I was just doing patrol when I saw this happen, in which Inko goes, "Oh, what?" As he shows her the video, Mitsuki was even horrified by Bakugo. Inko is horrified, but he says your son's quirk activated, and it seems pretty useful. So we're gonna have to go to Principal Nezu because I did send this to all heroes. as Izuku kind of chuckling, she goes, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "You should have saw Bakugo's face." As soon as Mr. Razorhead's here say, "You never will be a hero." Well, at least if you change that is, you will have a chance. And which Ink goes, "What do you mean?" He was like, I mean, well, after showing his mom the video, I sent it to all heroes, including the principal of UA. So he will have a record. It will diminish his chance of becoming a hero, but not by much. I mean, he'll have a 50-50 chance, like everyone else, but it's like a 15 chance. If he doesn't change, then oh well. So yeah, so Inko's kind of upset, but at the same time, she's glad Zuko's quirk activates. But let's just say Nezu knows about the darkness. He knows about everything about it because he's researched it because it happened when he was around, and yeah, he had to find out more about it to be able to defeat it. And if you're wondering about the Angelus is the good side, so the light. So if you're wondering about her, she possesses females, the darkness possesses males, and well, it basically is like this. The Angelus is possessing a current girl who's in a rich family right now. And if you're wondering, and you think it's who it is, yes. If you're saying this is the ship, yeah, pretty much. Izuku's still an innocent being. He is still the innocent sentinel that everyone knows. Just has a dark power. You'll see what I mean. The reasons why I'm doing it, because one, character development, it can be made. Two, they would see her as something to be protected and not have to do anything, not even train. And three, just treat her like a tool. So character development right there that I have. And it was also like I talked to a friend about it. He agreed with me on it. So yes, that's the idea. Now then, let's continue on before I freaking go on a rant in my own head about how I keep doing this sometimes to myself. Yes, okay. So, as Inko tells him to go to sleep because of what happened. He goes, "Alright, Mom." So he does. Inko offers this Aizawa some food and stuff and just lunch, and he goes, "I'm on the clock, but my agency told me I can stay here, so why not?" And so they get to talking. And well, let's just say there's some funny moments with her and Aizawa. Where Inko was blushing a little. Yes, I'm doing this. Fight me, everyone. I do not care. So yeah. So anyways, Izuku goes to sleep. He goes into his own head, and he meets the darkness. He is pure petrified of him, like literally, like this being two heads and some eyes glowing at him, and he goes, "Hello there, kid. I am the darkness, the being of all chaos and malice in the world, the evil that, humanity has made, and all that." So he goes, hi there. He goes, "Well, you're afraid of me, but not by much. I guess that's what happens when I save your life." He's like, "Yeah, and he goes, "Why are you staring at me like that, Mr. Darkness?" He goes, "Because, kid, your soul is so freaking pure. How is it pure? A pure soul that I possess? I have to possess someone that's evil at me, and yet here you are, being my host. The fudge." Hold on. Alright, I'm back, everyone. Sorry. If you're wondering why my fan's on, it's because I helped my dad to get out of a certain area in the grass with the tractor for it was kind of long for my neighbor. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, the darkness just saying how he is so innocent, so pure-hearted, is this a freaking joke? And then he looks up into the freaking heavens. He goes, is this a joke, God? I know I hate you and despise you and became the enemy of freaking heaven and all, but come on. Really? Why you had to give me, have me possess such a small, innocent being? As he goes, what? He goes, kid, you're so pure, it makes me even think about, quitting and becoming the Angelus. Ugh. No, thank you. That's her job. And then God just comes out of nowhere and just says, this was your fault, not mine. Goes, so what, I created my own torture method? He's as God thinks about it, goes, yes. I'm gonna have a long talk with you anyways. Kid, wake up. It's time for you to wake up. Also, I'll tell you about my powers later. So yeah. So after that, Inko comes over, into his room and wakes him up, which he does wake up, and then, well, they go, after, waiting for Aizawa to come over, they go to UA, and UA, basically, well, it's told by the government, and also the government officials is there, so it's like, he'll have permission to do some stuff for them. So yeah, anyways, Izuku basically is asked by Principal Nezu, goes, is this the darkness, or is this your quirk? The darkness called the darkness. As he goes, it's my quirk? As he says with a uncertain, but, has a smile on it. And then the darkness comes out and says, hello there, everyone. I am the darkness. And, well, here's the thing. I became a quirk. Well, technically, the kid's quirk was going to be shadow manipulation, but, with armor and such. But, hey, I became the quirk, so guess what? The darkness, the little physical entity of chaos, and, well, all of your emotions and all that, that's all negative, that I feed on, it's me now, quirk. So, guess what? I still do the exact same things I normally do, but I'm a lot more powerful. And which Nezu is like, oh my, are you going to, well, kill this child and find a new host? I go like, no. Well, I mean, it would have happened if he, well, he was having a kid with a girl, but nope. I mean, the kid will live even if I do that. That's, a lot of things are different. I mean, I already checked. Well, on the way here, I checked everything that I would have done to my host that would have killed them or anything is all negative now. I mean, by that I mean I can't do it the same way no more. I'll be passed on to someone. He'll keep the quirk, including the heads. That was his own, a part of it. But I'll be in someone else then. And if they die early, I'll come back out. So yeah. As the Nezu's like thinking, oh, alright then. And he goes, yeah, weird moments in my life, I know. Anyways, so, you're, Nezu. I remember you very clearly from a certain man that, well, All Might punch in the face. Well, not really, but well, he did technically see All for One's future and just left that out of his memory. As in All Might, because let's just say it happened when Izuku was 3, so All Might comes in. When he heard that, he was like, how do you know about All for One? He was like, oh, there's the man of the hour. Well, Mr. Symbol of Peace, as both heads are going to him, he was like, you would suck at killing. You cannot kill anyone for crap, even if it was to save someone's life, in which you failed. Because I have all for One's memories, and also I saw his future. So, yes, he's not dead, he's alive. But here's the thing, kid. As he calls All Might kid, not Suku. He goes, I will not freaking bow down to no one's rules, but besides my partners here. As he, the tendril pointed to Izuku. He does say though to Izuku, yeah, here's the thing, I possessed All for One to basically use him so I can get a new host, and then it was you, kid. So, yeah, it turns out I really did make my own torture by seeing you And what's the funniest thing is, the sun cannot hurt me no more. I can walk in the daylight and still use my power. As he's like sick in a tendril, but Zuko says, but doesn't that mean I can though? He's like, smart kid. Yes, you can. That's besides the point. The thing is, you will have my power, but it's slightly weakened. But when it's at night, your power is full power. So yeah. So, all right. So basically, the darkness telling Izuku what he can do, which everyone's quite terrified. And he just goes, so I can take someone's soul and absorb it? He goes, yep. You can rip someone's heart out of their chest, and basically these demon heads will eat it. Basically, you'll heal from it. You have a faster regeneration. You basically are going to be an excellent gunslinger because, one, trust me, you'd rather become a gunslinger and a swordsman, more for your hands and bodies and the claws and such. Heck, even the actual swords from the darkness itself that, from the armor, it'll just help. I'm going to try to help you out with this. He's like, okay, Mr. Darkness. With the most pure smile, and he's like, why this kid is so pure? I hate it. Alright, so the government just and as I told the government the darkness, and they found out too about it. It was like, so basically they asked the Zuko and the darkness when they're older to go out and take down these higher rank villains, and they will basically pay them for it. In which he's like, Nani? You'll pay me? You'll pay the kid just for taking down these villains? And then one of them says, and anything we find too suspicious. In which he looks at Izuku, are you down with that, kid? He's like, it may be fun. Which is, you just said it so casually, and yet you're so pure. How? All humans are supposed to have at least some evil in them. When you said that, there's none. The freak. So yeah, after that little thing, Inko was, and Inko, Deku, and Aizawa get back home. All of a sudden, Dark Angel Michael's there. He's like, greetings, everyone. I am Michael. And Aizawa was like, okay, is this some religion, stuff happening here? It's like, angels exist, demons exist. Heaven and hell does exist too. The thing is, this boy here has the darkness. And we do not know why, but everyone who always has darkness always has some evil in them. Your son, though, as he looks at Inko, does not have any. So, we figured out the reason why. The Angelus. And Izuku's like, wait, the Angelus? Who's that? As they just explained that she's the opposite of the darkness. And then he goes, so, does that mean she became corrupted and evil? And that's why the darkness possesses me, even though I'm a pure soul? And he's like, and they both, the darkness, everyone just looks at him like he's, like, this is stupid. Like, legit. But then Michael thinks about it and goes like, wait, yes, actually. I don't know why I looked at you like I thought you were a stupid kid. The Angelus is corrupted somewhat. So, she, since she killed, the darkness, she was possessing that human, and, she then went out villains and killed them, and then it's like she passed on to the next generation of the family, but instead of being, right at the same around your guys' age, when it's 21, every 21st, here's the thing, she came around after the quirk was manifested in that child. So basically, she was around for the whole entire time, helping the person she helped out, and then when that person had a child, she's now in the current host where you are today. So, here's the thing. You are technically the most purest person to ever hold the darkness, which the balance needed. So, since she became corrupted but still good, and the darkness is evil but you're good, so balance. The world did it to himself. The world did it. The universe needed it. As the darkness says, The universe didn't need nothing. It just did it because it hates me. And he goes, not everything hates you. He's like, I'm the living thing of chaos. Of course it does. Everything hates me. And Zuko says, I don't hate you. He's like, kid. You know what? Frick it. Alright. I'm rolling with this. I don't care. No more. No more of this. Is so as a Mike, no, not as a, I was gonna do Zuko's voice, but then Michael goes, so wait, you're gonna be using your powers for good, and he was like, yep, frick it, chaos being becoming good for this time. We're being the heroes of the story. All right, kid. He's like, As you know, basically, Tendril comes out, no man, high fives to Zuko. So Michael does like tell the darkness. He goes like, remember Jackie Estacado? He was like, wait, Jackie, yeah. He was like one of my best and most irritating hosts I ever had, but yeah, I remember him. As then he goes, Michael says, he's in heaven. Which, the darkness, just looking at Michael like, are you crazy? He goes, nope, he's in heaven. Prove it. As then all of a sudden Michael pulls out 2 freaking pistols. He goes like, one of them is, like, the darkness had like a purple and black energy, so that's what's covering it. But there's even some red tint to it. As in, it's just a yellow gold. It's like a freaking golden light weapon, basically. As he goes, wait, those are Jackie's pistols. One of them has darkness energy on it, that's natural. But why is this a holy pistol? He goes, because. But you put holy energy into it. And yes. He goes, okay. So, Michael brings out a sword, telling Izuku if he holds it and a certain flame comes on that's white, it'll basically give him it's not a seal, but, inscription on him that will basically be seals of protection. But if it turns black, that means he's not worthy. So that's just because it would give him more overpowered weapons of angelic, which would never kill him anymore, because he's a quirk. The darkness is a quirk. Even if you kill him, or should I say kill Izuku, and the darkness, they'll both come back. That is legit. All the weaknesses are gone, besides the light one. It only slightly works. Slightly weakens him. So yeah. So then, Izuku grabs a sword, and all of a sudden, there's nothing. There's no flames. As in Michael's, okay, so if it says it's nothing, then all of a sudden, boom, before you can even mutter another word, blue flames appear on the sword, in which Michael had to call up God, and God was like, he's gifted with 3 different seals. It was like, wait, what? Why? Gifts of heaven, 3 different seals. And then a seal starts to come onto his arm and hold. Alright, so basically he's getting a seal of strength. But this, if you mean like, is it getting a seal of his strength? He goes, no. It basically will increase his strength. And then seal protection around his neck will basically give him a shield from any sorts of magic, curses, weapons of holiness, and even demonic weapons. And seal of healing. It will heal his host, or heals the person, or whoever, the person wants to be healed. So, yes. And since it is from heaven, the heavenly seals that are being on him, these are overpowered. These are like the highest ranking ones ever. In which God's like, my child, you have the darkness. You have a darkness weapon plus a holy weapon. Now a holy sword and the 3 strongest seals in heaven we ever had made. I am proud of you. As he puts his hand on Izuku, and Izuku goes, thank you, God? And everyone's like shocked because like legit, as I was like, okay, what the? Hold up, God. He's like, yes. Okay. So, angel, God, holy weapons, darkness weapons, curse weapons, whatever, and a holy sword with blue fire, and seal is just automatically burning the kid's arm and neck and side, and like they're on him. Then he's like, yes. This is one weird day. I think I had drank too much coffee, or even had not enough. And he goes, nope, we're reassuring you, it is true. So yeah, so after that, they explained about the Angelus more, and that how the darkness and her are rivals, and well, not rivals, enemies, and they will try to kill one another. Which Anko is scared, but saying, but well, then God says, since the darkness has become a legit quirk, and the weaknesses will not work anyways, even if she kills him, the quirk will not die. It will just sleep for a while, say like so many days or so, and then heals your son. So yeah, don't worry. So yeah, so that's when he's still 4. That's like the next day. So years passed. We're doing a time skip to when he is around 9. He has gained weapons. Well, he has trained with swords, weapons, or anything with blades, swords, guns, the darkness gear, darkness tools of, and the imps he can summon. Heck, he even just freaking learned how to make black holes. Too, but he has gone after most people that are bad, and the cops don't do nothing. Like, they know, and it's just, yeah, it's always gory when Izuku basically goes in and kills these people, but like, they're very bad people that needed to be gone. And so yeah, they know the heroes treat him as a vigilante, but in reality, that's on the news. In reality, he's just doing his job. They know. It's unfortunate, but this is like, so much stuff is happening. They have so much evidence that seems like people want them dead. It's gonna just end in those people's being dead. So yeah. So if you're wondering, like, so while Deku was nine, Bakugo was in juvie for that. He had a 2-year juvie sentence. So it's like, but he got into so much fights, into the point where he actually nearly killed some people, even if he did not had his quirk activated. He was able to do that, and it was just too dangerous. So right around the same age as Izuku, and it's being shown what he's been doing on the news, the Vatican found Bakugo, saying he survived the darkness. We must, by the way, in the Darkness series, the Vatican knows about the darkness and angels and all that. They don't tell the public. They keep the knowledge from themselves, and use it like, they're also kind of bad people. That's what my opinion is, because I have not read the comics, but the Vatican seemed like, what I've read on or heard of from videos and such, it seems like they're bad people, just trying to kill the darkness, but do by any means necessary, even trying to kill the host, which never works, because the darkness lives on forever. You can't kill it because it's part of a human, like, it takes in all the evil of humanity. So yeah, if you have to kill the darkness, you have to kill humanity or something. But anyways, so they got Bakugo out of Tartarus. Like, legit, that's how far it went. Like, they literally put him in Tartarus. They got him out of Tartarus. They told Mitsuki that they were gonna take him, and well, for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years, Izuku and Bakugo have been doing different things. Bakugo can use arc magic, he can use magic now, and explosions and such. But the Vatican has changed dramatically because of, Bakugo, because, his intelligence, even for a kid, was pretty smart, and, basically he studied a lot, and it's just, the old people who run the Vatican, who want to try to change it, never could. So it's like, hey, new blood, try to have him help out changing it, and he did. He changed it to where it's very they still want to kill the darkness, but try to save the people who are hosted by it. But they did say, like, if the darkness would not manifest, even if the person was so young, if it was like he was 15, yeah, but not like very young. And Bakugo just said, okay, so maybe the darkness became a quirk, and if you try to kill it now, it won't be killed, because it'll be a quirk and it'll just keep reviving its host. So it's like, fudge. That makes some sense now, actually. So they're planning to at least keep the darkness activity to a minimum now. They're like, the Vatican now trying to prevent people from noticing that the darkness and angels and everything exists. So it's like protectors of the earth from supernatural beings now. So Bakugo's gonna come back to Japan. They're 13, he's coming back. But we're gonna tell you, for the next, for those 4 years, Deku has done what he does. He has basically done, he made two friends in middle school for the first year, Tokiyami and Mineta Minoura. Mineta in this one he does not do anything. He is not the same character. He's basically like, how can I say this? He's just studying a lot, just wants to get through everything, just wants to try to get into a good college, and that's it. Here school will help him out more too. His quirk is, he has a study of quirks like Izuku still. Izuku still studies quirks and all, and just tries to improve on himself. People still call him, people just laugh at him, calling like, hey, look at the little guy. Just to make fun of him. Not calling him a pervert, but it's like, he just hates them all for judging him. And the only one who was able to, the two people in his life that are very good at him is is Deku and Tokiyami. Tokiyami is naturally drawn to him because it's like, the darkness, that dark aura around you, join my cult. He's like, no, but we can be friends. He's like, good enough. But then he was like, wait, what do you mean by a cult? You mean by please be my friend, right? He's like, yes. He's like, oh, I'm sorry about that, man. He's like, no problem. Mineta became friends too, and it's like everyone calls, even though Deku still looks like the cinnamon roll, but when he gets mad, he has like this stare that will basically make you like freeze and rethink everything. They still stay away from him. Besides the friends that knew him in preschool and such, they're there, but it's like they stay away because they do make fun of Deku, and it's like they hate it, but their friends are telling him to stay away from him. He understands this. It's because of that dark aura around him that makes everyone think he's gonna be a villain. So yeah. Hold on. So anyways, they're saying, hey, look at the freak and all that. Izuku's eyes are able to become pure black and just like scare people and such, and he just doesn't really care. There is a girl there in the classroom that's from the Vatican, keeps an eye on him, making sure he doesn't do nothing. He's able to tell what people are thinking about him and such, and it's just, he doesn't care. So, a month before the last day of school, Bakugo comes back. And Izuku has gone even stronger with his darkness abilities. He's basically surpassed Jackie in some ways, but not most. But yeah, Bakugo comes back, he's very different. He's way more chill, kind, tactical, very strategic, smart, basically. He's just all around a better person. He had good influence, and they told him about he can still be and the Vatican says he can still be the #1 hero. Just keep an eye on Zuko Midoriya, and then that's it. If he gets into UA, he was like, alright, sirs, I will. So, Bakugo says, hello everyone, my name is Bakugo Katsuki. I come from wherever he was, the Vatican was, probably in Italy or something near it. I'm not gonna look it up, but yeah, wherever he was from. He was originally from Japan. He just came back 2 months ago, and he needed to come back to school. The only reason why is he did it because he needed to spend time with his mom since he's been gone from when he was 9. Well, from when he was 4 with her, so he needs to spend some time and get to know her better again. Start over from the beginning. And I'm here to, show I'm kind to a person that I wronged in the past. As he's basically talking about Izuku. Izuku says, I at least want to get a little bit of revenge on him. As in the darkness in his head saying like this, you can curse him, right? He goes, wait, I can curse him? Yes, you can curse him now. But here's the thing. Let's not go too far with it. He's like, what's the worst curse we can ever give him? Besides, that will not affect him in life. Being very unlucky. He's like, huh? Well, he was like, we don't have to do anything. Unluckiness would do it all. He can stub his toe. 1 minute he can have something good happen to him, but then next thing you know, something really good can happen to him, then something really unlucky will happen to him. So it's like, yes. So they do just a small, but they really think about it, but not doing a very big unlucky curse, just doing a small one. So that way he at least step on some nails and or sits on some tic tacs. attacks and everything. You know, basically like those, just anything that's very sharp, he'll basically have on just not hurt himself. His suffering is all his enjoyment that he'll need. So yes. So Bakugo knows about the curse, but it's a small one, so he just puts a little counteract curse just to make it like less effective. But since it was the darkness, it didn't really do much. So we only like weakened it like at least to from a 100% to a 99%. He's like, figured as much. So yeah. So Bakugo does say sorry to him. Izuku says it's fine. You know, what happened. You helped me save, unlock my quirk, so we're good. They kind of become friends earlier. Mineta meets Bakugo. Bakugo can tell Mineta's really smart and actually helps him out training and such. Tokiyami and like it's basically there's like a little small group that will happen in UA, with this. So yeah. So anyways, Bakugo and Deku are walking along. They pass a girl with black hair with a ponytail up, and something tells her to get rid of that curse. He tried to get rid of it, but he failed. As she then snaps her fingers, as Izuku can feel energy nearby. That was from the Angelus, because the darkness did tell him about it. It's like a holy, light of calmness, and then it's like he feels it, and it does get rid of Bakugo's curse. But then he looks back, and there's like too many people, but he can tell with the black hair girl with the ponytail that they pass, that must have been her. And so he unleashes a little bit of the darkness bloodlust, in which she notices. So during the time period of during that time period before the day of the anime, it's just obvious, but the Angelus and this girl looks for this boy that they fell it from. They did not know who. So yeah, so this is the day of the anime, and everything happens to canon. They say we have 4 people who are gonna try to get into UA. Katsuki Bakugo, Izuku Aizawa. Oh yeah, I just forgot to tell you guys that. Also, when he was 9 years old, Aizawa and Inko got married. And they adopted Shinso when he was 12, so they're brothers. So yeah, anyways. So, Aizawa, Izuku Aizawa, Minora, all are gonna try to get in UA. People started laughing and saying, how could I freak get in UA? Tokiyami's just the outcast, so they think he can. And, Mineta just isn't that great, people think, but he's smart. So it's like, some people in the class do say he's really smart, maybe he can get into general studies, which is his actual thing he's going to try to do, but I need to have the friend group, so Mineta is going to be in the general studies and hero course, because Izuku looked at Mineta and he nods and he goes and then Deku just gets up, shows his eyes, which everyone's kind of scared of, and then armor comes on, demon heads come out, and he's like, "You were saying?" Nothing. As in the teacher knew about Izuku, so he's like, "Izuku, please don't do that in front of everyone." Also, Mineta, I've seen you and Aizawa, here, basically fighting, hand-to-hand combat. He was, just practicing because his father, helped me out. So, it's alright, teach. It's alright. Well, I wish you all the luck, and now let's get back to class. So, yeah. So, after that, Izuku, Bakugo, Tokiyami, and Mineta leave. He says he's got to run home real quick because his dad needs to talk to him about something. Which, Bakugo says probably a recommendation, or at least talk about that idea. He goes, yeah. So, basically, he separates from them, and, what happens is, Izuku hears a girl scream, and he runs over to it. This girl is being attacked by the Sludgemon. As the Sludgemon says, "You got killed by his steel." As then, Deku's about to do something, but the darkness tells him, "Don't. Wait, it's her." He goes, the Angelus. So, this girl suddenly grows horns and wings, a holy light that the sludge was like, "Ah, burns!" And then swords of light come out of nowhere and starts attacking the sludge. He goes, "Now!" The darkness says, as then he turns into armor form, blades come out of his hands, he runs over to the sludge villain, cuts him into two pieces, and then all of a sudden, because how can I say this? The sludge villain's upper half was not gonna hit just the bottom and just like the middle and bottom part of him. So Zuko basically did that. He grabs a bottle right away with the tendril and just slams the sludge villain into the bottle, sealing it. And he goes, and just looking at him goes like, "Why did you save him? He is evil." He goes, "Yeah, but you can't kill someone without a good trial." In which the darkness nods. He goes like, "Right. Besides, we ain't like you." As the Angelus looks and goes, "How? What happened to you?" Which he has changed. Like, she can sense that he has changed. Like, he's a little bit more powerful, but it's just because he's a quirk now. It's like, how are you a quirk? It goes, "I don't know. Not gonna say. But anyways, seems like you're the same way as me, but different." In which she just kind of gets a little bit irritated, but hey, as in all of a sudden, she's clutching her head, saying, and they can hear the host saying, "No, let me back in control," as, this girl fights it off. And, well, after she's done, she does, gets up and say, "So, you're the host of the darkness. I'm sorry about her." And, he gets off the armor, goes like, "It's no big." In which the Andrews is telling her to ask him why the sun does not affect him. How can he use the darkness armor and such on? In which the girl does ask, and he goes, "Easy. It's my quirk. It's a quirk now. It's less effective. The sun's less effective, so anything energy based is less effective and all that." Anyways, I'm gonna leave this here with a note, with a hero. Wait. Hold on. Alright, so Izuku basically goes, "Hold on." And then, all of a sudden, "I am here? You're late." As Izuku says to him, he goes, "Yom Aizawa, is there any way to talk to your, sucker uncle?" Which, basically, Momo's like, "Nani? What? Second uncle?" He's like, yeah, pretty much. Izuku goes over to All Might. He goes, "Here you go. Also, let me heal that wound of yours." He was like, "Yes, that'd be great. You did tell me about the marks, and you weren't too sure until, yeah, I'm pretty sure now I can do it." So, he basically touches All Might, as in, on his left side, symbols start to glow, and then all of a sudden, it goes onto, All Might, and it starts to heal him completely, giving his organs back in the wound, and even fixing some problems, that he had. So anything to do with the quirk and such that would give him problems, he fixed it. So hold on, everyone. All right, so he fixed that problem, and now the quirk is, if there was any problems with the quirk, he fixed it, and yeah, so there you go. "Thank you, young man. I feel like I'm, now almighty." And he goes, "Lame." Apologies. Anyways, I'll be going now. As Zuko, not Zuko, All Might leaves with the sludge running off. And then, Momo's like, you all know it's gonna be Momo. Black hair, ponytail, obvious. Sorry, but, he does say then, she's asking questions and such, as he goes, don't have to answer, don't want to, not going to. He's becoming cold-hearted because of people, so, he's not really showing emotions, and plus he has killed, but his heart is still pure. he had read up on the files on the reason why. He does know, he accepts that killing is killing, but yet though his soul for some reason is not stained, which this darkness goes like, still pure soul. How the frick is this happening? And he just shrugs. So yeah, but anyways, so what happens is though, Momo just saying, just stops asking as they separate. So Izuku goes home. He goes, "Yo, bro, you home?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm home. You? You got anything planned?" He goes like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go out to that new bookstore, get that book on ancient history. Gotta learn more about the darkness. That way, if I meet the angel, well, I met the Angelus, so I gotta find a way how to not kill the host, but just kill her or send her back to wherever she's from." He's like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, that was the idea, but now, find out she's a quirk too, it's gonna be way more of a problem." He goes, "Crap, man, that sucks." He goes, "Yeah." Anyways, as he cracks his neck, he goes, "I'm just gonna get changed and go out. So, see ya." And that's what he does. He goes out and change. Well, he gets changed and then goes out. Yeah, he walks for a couple hours. It's getting late. And then all of a sudden he sees this guy pulling the girl he met earlier, which was, Momo. Well, Deku did look it up. He was like, while he's looking at him, he goes, "What was that girl's what?" Okay, let me see. He looked up, he was just looking at Momoya Rozu's, family. That's because he's thinking about getting some special equipment made for him from them, because he does have money and the government does, can actually get them to help him for free. So he's like, alright. And then he saw a picture of the family photo. He's like, "Mamo Yanarozu." Great. And then he looks up, he sees the same girl they was in the picture with some goons. And well, he just sighs and goes like, "Really? She arguing with the Angelus or something? She could easily kill them with just a freaking touch if you ever want to." In which the darkness just says, "We gotta go help." It's like, "Yeah, I know." So that's what they do. So the guys are saying stuff like, "Come on, let's have some fun." She's going no about she's trying to get the Andros to help her, but it's not responsive. No response. As then Zuko comes out with just the heads and be like, "Hey," he says, "What? What do you want?" As then he sees the heads and the tendrils, and he goes, What the?" As then all of a sudden, the darkness goes right into one of the guy's chest, all the way through, eating the heart. Then grabbing another guy, splitting him. I'm not gonna say which way. He just splits him. Even the other one, just even breaking the ground downwards. So yeah, as Mel was going like, "Why did you help me?" He was, "Well, Miss Yarozu, unlike you and the Angelus, I don't want to kill the host, nor do I want to kill you, and the Andros itself, because it's quirks now, so we can't really do nothing about it. It'll be passed on no matter what. We'll come back and fight over and over again until we have kids. So look, I'd rather be friends. If you don't want to do that, fine." As she grabs his hand. He's like, "What do you mean be friends?" He goes like, "Yeah, friends. I mean, we're not really friends, but we're only friendly enough to the point where we get along. So yeah." As she just walks away, she goes, "Why are you? Why did you save me? Like, duh, hero." Huh? Because I mean, we try to become a hero. She goes, "So am I." He was like, "Yeah, well, I can see that you clearly don't have no control over that power. I've been trained with the darkness power ever since I was 4. So, yeah, why are you not, strong with it?" He goes, Momo just says, "Because my parents won't let me. They want me to, well, take over the family business and all that." And it's like, pathetic. You have the Angelus, and they're trying to keep you from doing what you want. How pathetic are you? She goes, "Look, you may be a spoiled rich girl, but here's the thing. If you hesitated like you did back there with villains, it'll be a lot worse. So, here's the thing. Spoiled rich girl, don't become a hero. You just get in the way and die." As he walks away from her, with that cold stare in her eyes, just being like that. So, after that little moment, we're doing a 5-month time skip. And let's just say this. Momo has disappeared 3 days after her conversation with Izuku. She has been training with the Angelus powers. She has been, teaching herself how to fight. She has basically lived on her own without her parents' help or anything. And, well, yeah, 5 months of searching. They're still searching, the family and such, but the cops gave up. It's just like, Momo changed her name to Ryuko. And that's it. So, yeah. She lives on her own. She doesn't work, but she's able to, well, since she knows the compound, basically the money, the ingredients and how to make money, such, she read on it, so she knows how to make it now. So, yes, she can make money. Anyways, though, she's basically trained herself, became a vigilante somewhat, as she does notice in this 5th night, a man in the black and tendrils and 2 heads. No. Just a man in black armor or such, walking on the building rooftop for a while, and then jumps to the next building. Just doing this for, a while. She's wondering who it is, but she has a feeling she knows. So what happens is, she follows him to an area in the alleyway, as then the tendrils and the 2 demon heads come out, as then 2 little imps he summons appears, and then he goes, "Alright guys, we're getting going, kill everyone in there, and grab the girl." As they go, "Yes sir," as then basically he rips the door off, as the guard there was like, "What the?" As the imp, basically silenced him quick enough, and, well, as soon as Deku walks in, this is when everything goes really bad for these guys. They're not ordinary people. They're part of the Yakuza. And if you guys are wondering, am I doing this early? Yes. His own little, but, this girl is, who's watching, is Momo. Basically, it's, hearing screams and such. And it's like, and then when it stops, the angel says, "Be careful. Alright? We don't know if he changed and become pure evil." She goes, "I know. But maybe he did change. Change the darkness." So yeah, they go in. They see the bodies. They can't tell which is which from who. So they just keep walking past it. And then Izuku, gets to the door and opens it. He takes off the armor. The little imps disappear. Deku does have his own pocket dimension for his weapons. So yeah. But anyways, he just walks over to the girl that's on this bed, just terrified, and he's walking slowly and he's telling her, "Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm here to save you. Alright?" She's, but he'll find out. He'll come for me." He was like, No, he won't. I promise you. I destroyed everything in here, even the security system. Made it to where it's non-existent. There is nothing. No records of me being here. If he does, he's gonna look for a guy with a dragon-like helmet on. So, it's fine. She goes, "Are you sure?" He was like, "Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you." As he does get on his one knees and he just starts, patting her on the head, she's, at first, well, at least tried to. But she does, flinch, and then he slowly backing away. But then he does go back again, and, she accepts it. And, she's saying, "This is so warm. It's just kind hands," basically. Izuku is still a kind person. He's just as cold. So, yeah. So then a guy comes out of nowhere. Momo sees this. She creates a light dagger. Well, it's a dagger with light on it. And then she throws it. And then it does hit the guy in the neck. And then the heads were still out. The demon heads were still out. As one of them goes right into the guy's chest. Well, he does cover Aries' eyes and ears real quick, as then, with the other tendrils around him. So yeah, she did not see this, and, well, the heart does get eaten, because that's what happens in the game. So that's Heaven's ears, and well, he does pick her up, and then he tells her, "Don't look, keep your eyes closed until we get outside." And she goes, "Oh, hey." She falls asleep on him. I guess she was tired. He looks back at, seeing its mom and goes like, "So, rich girl. Seems like, you learned how to control it, but I didn't need your help. I knew he was there." She goes, "Come on, at least give me some credit here." He goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So, what happened is, though, Momo, following him, and everything, just not even caring about the bodies and everything, just asking him, "So, how have you been?" He goes, "Good." "You met a girl?" "No." "You want a girl?" "No one likes me, so no." Just doing stuff like this, Momo has become very, how can I say this? Very persistent on being with him because, well, she's the one, he made her realize that her life was too much pampered and she became more like a tomboy. So, yeah. And this is her, like, this is what she likes actually. She likes to not being all proper and, everything, and just being herself. So, she being herself now, just be like, "Look, okay, I know you don't like me because I was, you know, I'm the Angel's host. But look, I became different. I'm not a rich, spoiled brat no more. I am, well, this, myself. So look, can we please just at least become friends?" And he goes, "Why do you want to become friends with me?" I goes, "Duh. Because one, I don't want to kill you either. The entire reason why me and the Andros have been fighting is because I don't want to kill no one. I want to become a hero. And you were right. I need to get stronger and train, in which I did. And I fought people, and, well, I even have killed a few, but that was because of last resorts. And I could transform into the end, as she showed the horns and wings, and basically saying, on my own." And, well, basically she takes them back, back in, and she goes, "So, what about you?" He's like, well, first off, if you're gonna ask about my life, or just how I can control the darkness, it was easy. I technically died to awaken him. And he's just walking away, which Momo and the Andrews are going like, "What?" So they just run over to next to him and ask him how. How did it happen? And they say about how this Bakugo Katsuki basically did this, and like he put the curse on Bakugo to be unlucky. And he knows that they got rid of it, but it still lingers with him, so yeah, he's gonna be unlucky now. And they're like, "Okay," yeah. So he's the one who killed me. And throughout my time, I had friends, but they slowly left me, but still talked to me, but we're not really friends no more. So I became alone. I met two people, and they're my friends now, and they don't really mind the dark aura around me that everyone thinks I'm a villain. They call me a villain, but I'm not a villain. I'm Izuku Aizawa, and I'm gonna become a hero, basically. In which he does say though he has also became emotionless. He doesn't really feel like the words bother him anymore, nor does this job of his bother him. He just does what he does, nothing more, nothing less. As then, well, Momo hugs him. If you're thinking, has he become a little bit taller? Yes, he has. He's a little bit taller, so he's like right up to Momo's chin, head-wise. So yeah, she's just hugging him and such, crying a little bit. He goes, "Choking." Also, kid here. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And well, yeah. And even the Andrews is thinking, why him? He's had such a pure soul. And like she's even questioning now, why is the darkness with him then? So she does tell Momo to let her take over for a bit. So the horns only comes out and the eyes are glowing. He goes, "Angelus." She nods. She goes, "Now then, human." may I ask you a couple of questions more? He was like, sure. Kind of sarcastic tone when she goes, really? He goes, yep. Alright, fine. Yeah. He goes, would you want to love someone, like that? He goes, of course. I want to be with someone that will care about me and love me for who I am. It doesn't matter if I am, well, this way or not. And just so on about how well can he control the darkness, and does he have, like, what can he really do with it? He goes, well, I can look into the past memories of the people who are possessed by the darkness, which found out that the number one villain in Japan is technically my father. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good about it. I looked up stuff about him, and it's just like, whatever. It's really not that bad compared to the darkness, what he's done, and the host. So, yeah. So, the Angelus agrees on that. And, well, because of Zuko's purity, the Angelus is just, like, faces going a little bit red. And also his kindness and, like, even protecting the child, which she does ask, could she hold this girl? He goes, no, mine. He goes, huh? It's mine. My child to protect. She's like, really? He goes, yes. She gets a little bit sad, and he goes like, and they just start laughing. And so, well, the Angelus is older and way more bolder, so, she'll basically just go up to Zuko, like, just like, and grab his face, and she's like, and he's like, what are you doing? And she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and she goes, that's for being such a good person, and never letting the darkness, corrupt you. And, well, she walks away. Izuku's brain's dead, and his face is going red. He goes, wait, what? Huh? Why? Why me? She goes, because, one, I wanted to see what you look like when you're flustered. She says, cute. Even Momo's saying it, but not at once, like she's thinking it. And so, yeah. On the way there, the Angelus is swimming for Zuko. He's getting red from it. And the daughter says, we're not really related, just freaking date her then. I don't freaking care. It's alright, man. And says she's our enemy. Goes, look, she's not trying to kill us, and she's flirting with you. So, something about you she likes. Just deal with it. Like, legit, it's better than trying to fight her, right? He goes, yeah, true. So, yeah. So basically, the Angelus just, basically says, so, I mean, have you ever had a girlfriend? He goes, nope. And she goes, well then, Momo needs a boyfriend, and she needs a new place to stay, because that apartment she lives in is, well, really, really disgusting. She's been keeping it clean and all that, but yeah. So, how about this? You and her become boyfriend, girlfriend, and I also date you? He's like, wait, what? He goes, I also date you. He's like, why? He goes, because if Momo's dating you, I'm dating you, and the darkness doesn't want nothing to do with me, but, I mean, I don't really care. Because one, I get a instant looking cute boy as a boyfriend, like Momo. He's like, alright, let me just tell Momo something then real quick. In which Momo takes back over and goes like, you know about your family? She goes, yep. They were just using me as a tool, and they're having a new kid. He goes, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Momo just says, yeah, I figured. They were just using me as a tool for power, such, for more fame. More, well, easier way of life. That was it, she says. So, that's why she changed her name to Ryoko. Ryuku? Yeah, no, Ryoko, basically. And that's it. She knew this was gonna happen. She doesn't really care. She never really liked her family anyways. Because she wanted to do her own thing, but they never let her. Like, train, she wanted to do. They say, no. You don't need to train with the Angelus powers or your quirk. You're strong without, you're strong enough and you don't have to do much anyways. Your life is in our hands. And it's like no. So, yeah. Anyways. Momo does go up to Zuko. I'm just saying. She's not wrong, though. Because of you, I've changed and I couldn't stop thinking about you. And I did just met you, though, and I did get a crush. But, she does kiss him on the cheek little. her face is bright red, and Izuku's bright red, and he goes, so a literally goddess who's corrupted. He was wait, well, he was, yeah, killing's killing. You've lived for so long, power corrupts, so yeah. Oh, alright. He was, yeah, so basically, gods who's corrupt, an Angelus who's corrupted, and plus the host likes me. Okay then. What am I gonna do? What are we gonna do, basically? She goes, date? I don't know, because let's talk about this later. But yeah, so they leave, they get to Zuko's house, they bring the girl, and well, Aizawa was there, he was like, hey kiddo, who's this? He goes, this is, well, Momo Rozu, and the girl's, well, name is, and he wakes her up a little. She goes, hey little one, what's your name? She goes, my name's Ari, and falls back to sleep. And yeah, so Aizawa looks at Momo, goes, okay, first off, before I take you back home, why did you leave? She explains why and everything, how they kept on just making her being used as a tool and such for more power and even gain like more like influence and stuff. It's just she didn't want to be that anymore. So yeah, she said her mom went through the similar thing, and the Andros hated the parents, of it. So it's like, hey, she was willing to help out Momo get away. So yeah, and besides, Momo her creates stuff. So it's like even her mom. So it's like, hey, creation, do work well together. So yeah. So anyways, Inko doesn't. No, Inko says then how about you stay here, and since you're going by a different name, then how about we take you in to be our daughter, but adopted daughter. But she does then tell them about how she has feelings for Izuku because of the reason why, the same reason. He helped her realize that she really did not want to be pampered like this anymore. She wanted to, get strong and just become different and not have to rely on her parents also. Because it was just like if she didn't do that, she knew she was going to be forced to marry someone which she did not love, and it would not have worked out. So yeah, which Aizawa would be like, all right, so we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Then here's the only thing though: this house only has 3 rooms. Um, well, 4, but the little girl's gonna be sleeping there, so you and Zuko has to share a room. Like, fine, come on. And Mo is freaking out even to Angelus because one didn't think this was gonna move that quickly, and two, just the first time they're talking in a while. So, and she's already like going to his room. So yeah, they go to his room and such, and he just gives her clothes to change into. He leaves. He then comes back after knocking. Well, he comes back to the door, knocks on it. She says she's good, so he enters, and he gets a little blush on his face. He's been blushing the whole entire time, and like becoming a little more emotional, have a little more emotions, as the just does think it's cute and all. So, you know, her, she does take over from Momo and just grabs holding Izuku to her, and it's just like, so, well, you want to have fun, little boy? And he's like, no. Well, she means like little boy because of like she's taller than him. So it was like, nope. Hey, I'm not even that short. Come on. She just laughs and she goes, I know. And she does say though, these feelings are new to me, so please be, don't do anything bad. Because yeah, hold on. All right, so yeah. So anyways, as I was saying, she called him a little boy because of his height and all that, and it's just like, and about how Momo first time having feelings for someone like this, even her. So he goes, all right, so what do you want to be? You two want to date me or something? And he goes, well, we're both the same. Well, my host and me do, so yes, please. These are fine. I'm not in the mood for this. I'm tired. She does like hug him more, and it's like, I'm glad you're happy. Please let go. She goes, sorry, and Momo's happy too, but also blushing badly. He goes, your face is all red. So she just chuckles about Momo, and yeah. So they get into the same bed, and she does ask for cuddles then. And she goes, cuddle asleep? Yep, she says, and yeah, that was Momo who was asking in the Angelus. So anyways, next day happens, Eri gets Eri talks about, with a razor head, how he can, prevent her quirks that she has to worry about until she gets, stronger. And Momo gets adopted by Aizawa. Well, Inko and Aizawa. Well, so does Eri, so they're family members now. Her name now is Ryoko Aizawa. But Inko and Aizawa knew about, was told about the relationship on everything. So it's like, hey, you're not really related by blood, so it doesn't really matter to me, Aizawa says. Because it just makes it a lot more easier for you two to talk to each other, then don't have to worry about it. And yeah, if any, we already got your stuff, so it's in the boxes over here, which wasn't much, surprisingly. It was just clothing and all that. Which she goes, wait, when did I? And he goes, the Angelus told me. Goes, okay, so yeah. So anyways, Izuku that also get a new dresser into his room, and then the next the next couple months until the 10th month, where the UA exam was happening, they even met Bako. He had a girlfriend, Scammy. So yeah, Izuku teased him. So anyways, the rain portion aced it, even Momo. Yeah, they did not do the whole entire recommendation. So yeah, but aced the rain test. Then the whole entire battle portion. It goes like this: Izuku and Momo just get over the freaking the whole entire gate easily. Izuku then running through it, he basically, brings out the gauntlets, covers his hands in darkness, armor, brings out swords from it, starts slashing away at the robots. Same thing with Momo, but creating a sword with light energy on it. And so they basically slice and dice through robots. Izuku's using the shadows, the Angelus is using the light, Momo's using the light and such. And then he does grab the sword, another sword, but he summons it, and technically there's a 3 sword style, but not like Zoro, his own way, and cutting like 3 robots at once, which the Angelus saw and goes, "Is that a holy weapon?" He's like, "Yep, I have 2, a sword and a gun." Just whatever. So yeah, as basically they fought, more robots, basically being tied almost. Like they both have 360 points, with Izuku getting a little bit more than her because of his mobility, like a little bit quicker and such through darkness. So yeah. If you're wondering about everyone else, they're getting points, but everyone's just doesn't know what's happening. Basically, Nezu knows about the Angelus is with Momo, and she knows about Momo's family, having her kid, and all that, and it's just, yeah. So he knows the whole entire story now, so he's not gonna send her back. All heroes know this. Yeah, Rosu still get the business of the heroes, but just don't tell them about Momo. So yeah. And anyways, the 0 point comes out. Araki gets saved by him, along with Momo's help. So they both get hero points. Basically, they were teaming up the whole entire time. Well, actually, no, not teaming up. I mean, they were basically trying to compete to get the most points, see who was better at controlling their power, and so they were keeping track. Izuku and Momo. Well, Izuku got 570 points. Momo got 569 points. He goes, but then the hero points they added up to, because, Izuku makes a black hole underneath the 0 point, making it go right into the black hole, crushing and destroying it. He helps out Momo with the rubble, heals Araka, and, Momo and him are walking away while Momo's holding on to his arm. As then basically President Mike goes, "Hey, that is it, everyone. Basically, please try again becoming heroes at some other, school. Also, good job to my nephew." And and basically his girlfriend. And he goes, "Really, Mike?" He was like, "What?" I can't say nothing about, and tease my nephew. He's like, I'll call my dad. He's like, no, you won't. He goes, I know what you're thinking. He goes, I will. So he goes up Aizawa. Aizawa answers. He's like, hey, son, what's up? He was like, Mike ate all the ice cream in the house. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, remember when you were asking him, well, when we were left the house and I was home alone because you forgot me? He was like, yeah. He ate the ice cream. He goes, thank you. And Azuka's just smiling, and President Michael's like, "You little jerk! How could you do this to me?" He goes, "It was you. You started it. I ended it." And then you just hear Aizawa yelling out, "Mike!" And he's like, "All right, everyone, I'm gonna go. Please wish me, please wish me the best of luck. Bye." As he runs away. So yeah. So a couple days later, they find out they both got in to Class 1A. And, well, I hope you all enjoy this what if. Next will be the Tim Drake one tonight. And the ship will be, well, the Queen of Gotham. If you all know what that means, good. Because I'm making my own version of Zuko being like Tim Drake. It's going to be a mixture between Tim and Jason. But mostly Tim. A lot more of Tim. Just the whole entire learn the streets things, Jason way. So yeah. So bye everyone. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and bye.